All right, everybody, welcome to the 5th episode of the Casual Nerds Podcast. We were away, I guess you could say, away from keyboard last week. We had some things come up, and just not a lot of news came up in the industry this year, or last week. The only thing that really happened was I beat Lee like 30 times at Magic. I don't know. He cried a little bit, I think.
I did.
Yeah, manly tears of just depression, I guess. Anyways, this week we have Tips is here. Keith, you can remember him from week 1, I think. So he's here. Say hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there he is. And then we have Leah over there.
Yep.
Who he was talking a little earlier. He sounds a little depressed now because I brought up some bad news.
It hurt.
So this week, what have we all been doing? I'm going to start with you, Lee. Go ahead and what you been playing?
Just some more Final Fantasy. Waiting for. I'll be hopping on League when the season resets and I could go back in the provisionals and just grinding out Final Fantasy. Just enjoying it in all of its glory and I've been playing a lot of Magic, of course, with Shaq this weekend, and I'd like to say that at least won 2 of those. So it wasn't a total shutout, but so that's what I've been doing.
Very nice. Yeah, did you hit max level in Final Fantasy?
I have not. I restarted a character to level with people.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That came over. Yeah, so still 45 on my scholar.
Cool.
But making that monk, I'm almost 30 with her. So I mean, a pugilist now, but monk, and soon to come levels.
Very nice, very nice. So Keith, man, we haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to?
Hiding out, doing some real life stuff, but started playing GTA 5 finally, so that's good. It's been a lot of fun.
How's your first impressions of that, real quick?
It's good. I just gotta get used to playing on a darn PlayStation again. It's been a while, so I'm still a little not good with the joysticks.
Yeah, definitely. I think finally, after all the bugs in GTA, I think me and Tips are gonna start hitting up the multiplayer. So we'll definitely get going on that. We'll team up and make a gang in that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what else have you been up to?
Started playing WoW a little bit more too, and switched my guy back over so I can play with you guys a little bit more. But the Gates raid? That one was pretty cool. It's cool, finally going in there and raiding Orgrimmar. That's kind of fun.
Right. Did you do just the first one, or did you do all 3 of them?
I've done the first 2, not the third one yet. The queue time was way too long.
Yeah, I think we're in the same boat. We've done the first 2. We're just gonna do the third one. Very cool. What else?
Oh, I kind of went back to the throwback old school PC game 1602 AD just for fun. It's awesome. Compatibility issues though, so I don't know. You guys have to Google it. It's pretty. I don't know. I have fun doing it.
Is it like a text-based game or?
Oh no, it's like it's kind of like a city sim. Except like boats and trading and stuff.
Is it solo, like single player, or?
Yeah, it came about right around the time multiplayer was just getting started.
Right.
So it's like prior to like Age of Empires, I think.
Jeez, that's crazy. I'll have to check that out. I've never heard of it actually. Cool. Well, what about you, Tips? What have you been doing, man?
Well, like you said, we've been playing a little bit of WoW this week, or last 2 weeks. Squeezing in some GTA 5 as I go. Like, I feel like I'm getting like one mission done a week, but, fitting that in where I can. And then, I guess you could say I got bit by the, magic bug. Lee and Shaq and one of our other buddies kind of have pulled me into that world a little bit. So bought a couple magic decks, kind of messing around with that a little bit, and started playing Magic 2014 off of Steam just to kind of get a feel for what the game's about, and that's been kind of fun. So filling in a little league here and there as well. So
yeah, definitely. Did you decide what box you wanted to buy? If you were going to buy one?
I'm probably gonna pick up a Theros sometime soon. So
yeah, definitely. That's gonna be like a kid on Christmas, man. You open up those boosters one at a time.
Dude, it is Christmas all over, man. You get really excited.
Yeah.
You get excited until you haven't pulled anything and you've only got 2 packs left, and you're just like,
man, fuck this.
Yeah, this is the dumbest thing ever, you know.
But yeah, definitely.
It's exciting. I'm pumped. I'm excited for you. I hope before you get a camera, because I think I want to. We're all getting into Magic now, and the way we're kind of we want to do more on YouTube as a group, and I think opening booster boxes would be amazing. Just to have us all on Skype and we're opening boxes and making fun of each other for not pulling anything good. I think that would be amazing. So hopefully we get some more content out to you guys. We're all getting cameras. They're not going to be the best. I think mine's only going to be like 320p or whatever. It's not going to be the greatest, but I will start putting up unboxing videos, which I think would be fun. And me and Lee actually live pretty close together, and we've been playing Magic in real life. So hopefully we can actually do, maybe do some matches and we'll be able to record it.
I don't think they want to see me lose, but it's alright.
I kind of want people to see me win. Like, I don't really care if you lose.
I mean, I hope they see your face when I mill you all the way down. Yeah, I just like that. I like that feeling. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, it's a face that's rarely seen.
Yeah.
About 40 games, it's like maybe twice because I let them win.
As long as I win twice, I'm good.
But no, hopefully we all get our cameras, and I don't think we'll be able to talk Keith into get into the Magic groove, but he's got a lot on his plate with D&D, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I play every Monday night. That's also what I do.
Still in there?
Every Monday.
What?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What character? I mean, I'm just curious. I haven't really talked to you about it, but what character are you playing in D&D? Like, what kind of?
They're making me play they're making me play a wizard. They said it's the best way to learn, and honestly, it's awesome. Yeah, the first one I came in at the end of the campaign, and it was like a 2.5-year campaign, and I played a barbarian for 4 months.
That is awesome. I did actually talk to the same friend that Tiss was saying earlier about doing everybody can download that D&D program, and we could just do it over the internet, and I think that would be really fun to do.
Hero Labs?
What's up?
Is it Hero Labs?
I'm not sure what it is. But, I mean, either way, we can figure out what it is, and we can all download it and have fun with it. I think that would be really cool. I don't know if Lee's into it as much, but I think us four would have fun for sure.
I like the little, the ones that, what's it called, Pathfinder? There's one little figurines, and it has the little army. That's cool to me. I just can't get it.
That's just a tabletop game, I think. It's kind of like 40K or something.
Maybe.
No, that's
What's up?
Sorry, Pathfinder is the one that I play every Monday. It's just the newest version.
Okay.
The greatest.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while. The last time I played was with Jeremiah, which is the friend we're talking about. But I really don't know them. I know about the game and how to play it, but I don't know anything about the differences between each expansion or the new ones.
I'm more visual, so I mean, if we have figurines and do that, that's because I can't really get into a game that's kind of text and. Which I've been knowing most of it. It's mostly so creative, like how the DMs do it. But I can't really get into it.
I was kind of the same way, and then I started playing. And it was really fun because it was just you're using your imagination so much, and you can be so creative with the spells. It's I played a rogue whenever, and I had Shadow Step, and it'd be well, you can't really move. But you can use a shadow step, and you literally get to teleport to a shadow. And it's well, how is the lighting in the room? Is there shadows on those pillars over there? And it's upstairs. I'm going to shadow step to a pillar upstairs behind it. I mean, stuff like that is just so cool. I had so much fun playing it. But I actually played one campaign with a mage or a wizard, and it was really hard getting used to those. You can only cast 2 spells a day. That's where I was kind of got frustrated with the wizard, because the way we did with the way we played, we would have the group of guys I played with, we'd play for about 3 or 4 hours, and it would be the same day. So it was I can't use that spell. I can only use it once, and we can't go to sleep or anything because we're in this dungeon. So it's definitely a fun game. I think we should all get into it. I think it'd be really cool. Titch, you want anything to say about some D&D? Some super nerd talk?
No, I don't know much about it, but I keep an open mind. I didn't think I'd ever get interested in Magic, and now I kind of am, so you never know.
Cardboard crack, man.
That's right.
Cardboard crack.
It's definitely fun. It's probably the funnest thing to do, some Magic. Until you lose, and then you just get frustrated. At least I do, at least. So that's everything that we've been doing this week. Anybody else doing anything crazy, anything special? Seen any movies or anything?
Oh, yeah, this is a good time. I can chime in. I did also catch the new movie Gravity. It's pretty awesome. I enjoyed it quite a bit. If you haven't seen it yet, it's one of those movies where it kind of just moves, I think, special effects forward a little bit. The realism of the space, even just the Earth in the background and everything else was just incredible. So if you have a chance, if you're a fan of any kind of, it's not really sci-fi. I mean, it's a little bit, it's obviously like a lot of Hollywood stuff. It's a little bit far-fetched in terms of everything that happens, but, it's pretty cool. It gives you definitely an idea of a little bit more of what goes on nowadays, up there in those space stations and stuff like that and what it's like. And then, great acting from Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. And I'm really not a big Sandra Bullock fan, so I expected that to kind of mess the movie up for me, but actually she was really good. So, if you get a chance, check it out. It's the highest grossing, or highest weekend opening ever in October, so kind of a big deal.
Very nice, very nice. I haven't checked it out yet. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go watch that. I mean, I know movies aren't that expensive to go, but you start throwing in like Magic every 2 days, you start spending money, and I'm just like,
This is really one that, I mean, because it's a special effects bonanza, I mean, it deserves to be seen in the theater, but, I mean, if it's not something that you really want to see, but like I went and saw it in IMAX 3D, and like I think that's the way to do it. I'm not a big fan of 3D either usually, but this movie just kind of pushes the limits. It's probably the coolest visual movie I've seen since Avatar, so.
Very nice. Very nice. Either one of you, Keith or Lee, y'all plan on watching that movie at all?
It definitely looks interesting. I love space, and I love old space exploration. Of course, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so anything space-wise or kind of, I know it's not like science fiction, I wouldn't say sci-fi, but I would definitely take a gander at it. If I definitely get the chance to go, I would.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Keith? Any interest?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think I'm gonna go see it. Everybody who has seen it, highly recommends it in 3D. They say it's, like Ken said, the best movie they've seen since Avatar in 3D. They just said it was awesome.
Jeez, I guess I have to go down there and watch it. I don't know. I mean, Lee, let's go watch the movies this weekend.
Let's do it, dude. I'm down.
I'll probably have to go check it out. Let's see. So speaking of movies, go ahead and keep it on the movie topic. The new Frankenstein trailer came out, and I'm a pretty big fan. I think I've read the book. I think a lot of people have read the book. Everybody knows who Frankenstein is, what happened, and everybody knows about Frankenstein's creature. So, what did y'all think of the trailer?
For me, it was a little different. I should have known what to expect, because I know you told me it was brought by the people that did Underworld series, but for some reason, when you say Frankenstein, I'm just like picturing, classic Frankenstein on a table, mad scientist. Yeah, and I didn't think it was going to be like that, but I thought it was going to be maybe like a newer, updated version of something like that. So this is more of the Underworld Blade type, I guess horror film, I guess you could say, although I don't know if horror is the right term, but it looks interesting. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like this groundbreaking film or anything crazy like that. It looks like it might be a kind of a fun movie to check out, especially if you've read the book and you're into it.
What about you, Lee? Because this should fit right down your alley. I mean, you love Underworld. The visuals look pretty. It's so dark, and it's got so many things that you would like. I'm assuming you would like it, but.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was still kind of skeptical because I was expecting this, kind of like what Tip said about the Green Man, but I've seen every Underworld religiously, and that's, it's kind of like vampire movies has such a bad rap, and now since all that sparkling vampire man's peoples, and it's just like, it just kind of sucks, man. But like I said, like Underworld's always been a top movie for me. Definitely top 5. And I can't wait because they're really good. And I forget his name. He's married to Kate Beckinsale, so I mean he's already a winner in my book. But he's always done good, and you can still kind of see that aspect of it. It's always a mythological kind of creature fighting another mythological creature. You know, you have like the demons that were fighting Frankenstein, which, you know, if you've seen the Underworld, it's werewolves versus vampires. So,
Right.
I think hopefully it does good, and I'll probably be there on opening night because since it's the same thing. So, and I'm a big fan. So
It kind of reminded me a lot of obviously Underworld. It looks almost exactly like Underworld, but it kind of looks like, y'all remember that movie Priest?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was actually based on the anime. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that as well. It's kind of like if those two movies were to be combined.
Yeah.
Like, that would be that trailer, in my opinion.
It had a Constantine feel to it.
Yeah, that's another one. It's super dark. I mean, not saying that Underworld wasn't, but Constantine, like when the sky is all black and those creatures are jumping off the roof, it felt like that too. So it looks really good. Keith, is that kind of down your alley, or?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Priest movie. I was trying to figure out what movie it looked like, and that nailed it on the head. I was just a little bummed that I don't think he looks too Frankenstein-y personally, but the movie looks cool. You guys described it on the head, nail on the head.
For sure, and I don't know the casting because it's Frankenstein's monster, right? Because I mean, technically, it's not Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The guy that got
Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's like his creation. So I mean, the guy that got to play him, I mean, the guy who played Two-Face and Batman, obviously. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him playing that role, to be completely honest. Like, I feel like they should have got somebody a little different, because whenever you think of when you see him in, like, say, Batman or something, he just looks like he's
kind of a pretty boy a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart. Yeah, it's like, it would have been great if they got somebody like, I don't know, like Ron Perlman, you know, like the guy who plays Hellboy and stuff like that. Like somebody just a little rough looking.
I love some Ron, man.
Yeah. That would have been actually really good.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, I think he's busy, from what I hear, making movies with Justin Timberlake right before he does Batman, so that's kind of...
Oh, did that movie flop, or what?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well,
it's like...
what movie?
It's called Runner with him and Justin Timberlake. It's got, like, really bad reviews.
I think only, like, one movie with Justin Timberlake. Was it Smoking Aces? Was that?
Yeah.
No.
No, definitely not.
No,
Dog... something.
Yeah, it was like one where they kidnap a kid.
Yeah, something with dog name. I don't remember. Yeah,
I watched. I think the only Justin Timberlake movie was Friends with Benefits. Was it with Mila Kunis?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Keith knows why.
Actually, the only movie I've seen him in where I actually thought he did good was fucking Social Network. He was good in that movie.
Did you see Friends with Benefits?
No.
Yeah, go watch it.
Well, let's be honest. Nobody's watching Justin Timberlake.
Exactly.
See, here's the thing, though. The reason I didn't watch it was because I knew it was just going to be one big cock tease. Like, I knew she wasn't, like, getting naked. So I'm just like, I'm just, out of principle, I'm just like, no. You know, you want to get serious, I'll get serious. Until then,
do rated R movies or GTFO is basically what you're saying.
Right. I'll just go back to watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall where they have that, like, Photoshop picture of her with her titties out. At least I can imagine then.
Oh man! All right.
As all the girls, not that there are any girls that listen to this podcast, but as they all tune out.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry.
Oh man! All right. So the next movie topic we have is our top fives, and we're gonna say that for the end of the show because if we gave it to you now, you would just end the show and not watch the rest. For anybody who's watching, let's see. So Battlefield 4. The beta came out this week, or I think last week sometime. Has anybody had a chance to play it other than me, or?
I think you're the shining star in this one.
Am I the solo?
It's all you. I can't wait to play it, but I haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wrote a little review on the website, and I was actually surprised about how good it played on the 360 and the graphics, but I should have never played it because now, it's just a little. I'm not as impressed with it as I should be, so I'm not looking forward to it as much. But I know it's coming out for the PS4. Right. I know it's going to look way better and probably play a lot better. But compared to all the trailers you've been seeing for Battlefield 4 for the next gen consoles or even the computer version, it just doesn't compare.
Yeah.
But it looks really good for a current gen. So every time I go from my computer to my console, I'm like, why is this so slow? And I'm thinking like, oh, because that's what happens when you only have less than a gig of RAM. That's what happens. So I just cannot wait to get this new console to go to your dashboard just that much quicker. Like you don't think about that kind of stuff until you compare it to something. And ever since then, I'm just like, dude, these new consoles better perform on the little things. I don't really care. Everybody knows the graphics aren't going to be as good as a computer. Everybody knows you're going to be able to build a Steam box in 6 months that's going to be infinitely better than the consoles. But these new consoles are going to be awesome, I think. It's going to be a nice time in November to just sit down and play something new, like the new Killzone, which you won't be able to play on your computer. Stuff like that. I think it'll be really cool.
33 days away.
33? Is that how much?
Keeping count, yep.
Oh, man. Did you put your 2 weeks in, or? Are you?
No. I got 2 more weeks till I have to quit my job and get a divorce. So, countdown.
And the wife is cool with both of those, right? I think she's already got her half signed.
Yeah. God.
You always get that prenup.
Right.
I think he's got a better chance to just.
As long as I can walk out of here, I was gonna say, as long as I walk out of here with my PS4, that's all I care about. She can keep the rest of everything
TV
else.
and PS4, we're good.
Yeah. That's funny. That'd be funny. You just go to court and she's like, "All I want is his PS4," and just have you like crying.
Screw that. No. I'll just get another one.
Funny stuff. So yeah, Battlefield 4 for the current gen. It's gonna be shitty. Let's be real. Go buy it for your computer, or go buy it for your next gen console. Don't buy it for current gen. Come on. You're looking at, it looks slightly better than Battlefield 3, and even then, that's saying a lot. So, meh. Just get it for next gen. Or computer, even better. Anybody else? Any thought for Battlefield 4?
No,
are they still having doing the 40-man servers on computer?
What do you mean 40? It's like 65 right now, or 64.
Okay, well, never mind. Like, that's the last time I played it was 40, so.
Oh, okay. So you played, like Bad Company or something like that?
Yeah, it was way back in the day, so.
Cool. Yeah, it's like 64, 32 versus 32, and that will be implemented on the new consoles, so. Pretty awesome. 64 people on the same server. That's why DayZ isn't that hard. Come on, fucking.
Rocket.
Watch your face. Rocket. The dumbest name of all time.
Yeah.
Besides Flynn. I
wonder if he has crutches and a stutter, because that would explain why it's taking so fucking long for him to get that game done.
Dude, no joke.
He goes out to his team who's building DayZ and he's like,
This is a great topic. This wasn't on our list to talk about, but DayZ, this is kind of like a zombie quote-unquote episode because Walking Dead is starting tomorrow. But DayZ just fits right back into this whole zombie talk. Why is that game not out? What is this guy doing? I know he had like the depressed anxiety attack because of that failed game that came, the World War Z, or what was it?
Yeah,
something World Z or
War Z. Maybe.
World War Z.
Is that with Brad Pitt?
Say again?
Is that the Brad Pitt movie?
No, that movie was awesome.
That movie was awesome.
Well, we're not talking about movies. We're talking about games.
Okay. I don't know what you're sorry.
So it's DayZ. Most people who listen to this probably already know what it is, but it's just a mod you could use for Armor 2, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, because Armor 3 just came out. Armor 2, and it was DayZ, and Lee probably is so sick and tired of this because we would get on and he wouldn't play with us. So, sorry Lee, but the game is amazing. Like, it honestly was probably the funnest game I think I've ever played. Some of the shenanigans we got in that game were just insane. And the only downsides to this game was it was laggy as hell, and the hackers were just insane. Other than that, the game would have been my game of the year, just because it was just fun.
Yeah.
And this was, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's been out for, at least 2 years, maybe even longer.
This is just something that came up randomly, and I was like, yo, Tess, we gotta get this, we gotta try it out. It took us 3 days to finally log into a freaking server, because we didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, you need a bachelor's degree in computer science to get into the game. That's the other problem, but...
You needed a hair off of somebody's head, the president's
It was
head.
a quest, really. That was part of what was interesting about the game.
Yeah.
It was if you could just get into the game, you would accomplish something. But it really was worth it. It was that good. But Yeah, so anyway, long story short, the guy who created this mod, he starts his own little company. He's going to do it and turn it into a full-fledged game. 3 years later, he's like Howard Hughes, apparently locked in a room with fingernails growing. I don't know what's going on. We keep hearing, like, every once in a while you hear a rumor they're coming for consoles, and you'll hear something else. Oh, it's coming out only for PC. Oh, it's not coming out. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if he didn't go, this game, the full game will be released like December of last year.
Right.
Probably, yeah, December of last year. We're already in October, 10 months overdue. And every screenshot we get, he's like, oh, we've improved the game. And it's really like, you can now take your pants off and put new pants on. Are you fucking serious? I don't care about clothes.
Yeah, the new graphics, like the new screenshots they sent out though, like with the graphics updates look really good. But then, like you said, then it's just like you don't hear anything for months at a time.
Well,
Like,
I mean, they look good, but I mean, they're exactly like Arma 3 graphics.
Right.
And it's not like it's not like the Arma people are not helping them out. They are. They're helping. They're like, hey, you obviously made Arma 2 one of the highest selling games from that period. Here's Arma 3. Now make the freaking game and give us, 20% of it. And I don't know. For all the small stuff they said, they're like, oh, we're working on server structure. I'm like, how many MMOs do we have today? How hard is it to get a server? Like, you can rent a server in Battlefield 3 and 4, have somebody who can rent a server, and just, he controls what happens. And, if I want to stop hackers and prevent hackers, I'll buy my own damn server and make sure, any hacker, whatever, gets kicked out. I don't see how hard it is nowadays, but apparently it's like some crazy Rubik's Cube that he can't solve, and we're never going to see this game.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those things where it's an illustration of why, as much as the big publishers are kind of an evil thing at sometimes, you hear bad things about EA and Activision and whoever, but sometimes it's just a necessary evil, because if this was in the hands of one of those publishers, this game would have been out, there would have been the mass marketing of it already, and it would be going great, so that's what you deal with indies, I guess.
It's one of the games that we'll never see, unfortunately. Rocket, I mean, I don't even know who you are, but get over yourself and just give the game to somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing, because you obviously took on way too much. It's sad, because that game was amazing. It kind of makes me mad. I'm just like, that game could have been the best game ever.
Yeah.
Best game ever. Anyways, enough rant on that. So we got some more screenshots of The Order, 1886, which I cannot wait for. That was like the coolest game at E3 other than Kingdom Hearts 3, which nothing will beat that, and then Final Fantasy 15. Yeah. So what do you think of the new, what all new, like the new stuff they announced?
Yeah, like, basically what happened, Game Informer got, I guess, an inside look at everything, because we don't have a lot of details about the game yet, but, and they were just kind of raving about how good this engine they've created for this game is, and, the cinematic trailer they showed at E3, they said basically the in-game play looks just like that, which if that's the case, is pretty incredible. I mean, it was, obviously, anytime you see a cinematic, it always looks really good, in this next-gen game, so if it carries over to the gameplay, that's going to be a hell of a game. It's kind of a steampunk, alternate future type game. It's got like aspects of werewolves and all kinds of weird stuff. But anyway, just definitely a promising big PS4 exclusive, which is cool if you're a PS4 current fanboy like Shaq and I are. So. Yep. Definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. But yeah, if you get Game Informer, it's I think the cover this month. So. Yeah,
I'm pretty excited. That's one of the games I really wanted, and I honestly I can't wait till we get a freaking release date and be able to play it. If they say that's true, that the graphics, it's going to look amazing.
Yeah.
For it to be an exclusive too, on top of that. Even though I think Microsoft has the best exclusive right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, Titanfall.
Yeah, dude, it's already gotten like so many awards and it's not even out yet. Like
every show, it wins like best game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like the best game of 2014. I kid you not, somebody's gonna be like Titanfall. Like what? That might be my best game of the year. I haven't even picked up the freaking game. But I think anything that gives Call of Duty a run for its money though will probably win, just because.
it's cool that the guys that actually founded Infinity Ward are out there doing their own thing and making now a cool game that, because we all know Call of Duty's kind of become a perverted monstrosity.
Oh, yeah.
Not what it was originally, so.
That's what Lee does before he goes to bed. He just rages on little kids in Call of Duty.
Yep.
I think I've only played Call of Duty 3 for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but
you're
close.
lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think Keith, you're, obviously Lee isn't going to get a PS4, which is fine. But Keith, do you have any thoughts of the new gen, like the next gen? Are you going to get a PS4?
I've thought about it, but I guess I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll probably play one of my buddies once they buy it, so I'll
For sure.
be one of those guys.
Yeah.
That's probably the smart thing to do, to stay away from the red rings and the yellow lights or whatever. That's what I would do if I wasn't such a, fanboy and was like, new console? Let's go.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will be in the same boat as Keith. A lot of people will kind of wait it out and see. So that makes sense.
Yep. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and switch over to some League of Legends talk. The new champion, old Jinx. I played her yesterday. Meh. She's obviously really, really good. I'm not really good with her because I'm not a really good ADC. So unfortunately, I kind of sucked with her. But apparently, Lee, you said she was like way overpowered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played against one that destroyed us last night, Tips.
Yep. She had the Mafia skin going, the whole 9 yards, and pretty much just
put it to us pretty hard.
But she was pretty cool. Lee and I were talking about her a little bit earlier today, and, I kind of like the look. Everything from the Shark rocket launcher and just her whole style, I guess, is cool. And, her ult's pretty neat. So she's a cool new champ. Probably better than the last guy. What was his name?
Lucian.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I totally agree. She's definitely fun. The ult is insane. You can pretty much ult anywhere on the map and just shoot a rocket over there. It's pretty nuts. But I just need to get better with her, I guess. But she's definitely fun. I think she's going to be a champ that we're going to see played a lot, unfortunately. I think we're going to see her played more than probably Caitlyn or Miss Fortune, for sure.
Or Ez. Well, I don't think I could really get rid of Ez.
Right. Yeah, I think we'll see Ez for a while just because he's just a good gap closer. And he gets the job done, obviously. That's about it for League. League doesn't change. It's the same game over and over again. And the new season starts when?
October 31st. That's when the
Halloween.
Yeah, a lot of seasons are kind of coming and going with that date.
I guess this week too, the League of Legends Championships completed. So some nerdy Korean kids, I think Korean kids, they took it down.
Something in telecom.
Yeah, some 51 Telecom or Telecom 51 or S.
TS Telecom or something. KS. I don't know. It's one of those. Sorry, guys. I watch it every now and then just to see what's going on, but I don't know the teams or.
I know right now they've got a 50% off pack. You can get all the characters that they played and the skins they use for like 50% off in a bundle this week. So had some interesting comp. Like I think it was like Gragas, Jarvan, Zyra, Corki, and I don't remember who the fifth one was, but it was kind of just interesting for somebody like me. I don't play it on a rank level really. Just some of the tunes they were using was kind of unusual in my mind, but
right. It was fun times. The trophy. We watched the end of that, and just to see the trophy thing was amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it it's huge as a Stanley, isn't it? It's pretty big, right?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. Okay, it's huge, but let's be real, a little racist here, but a whole bunch of Korean guys. They're what 4-1, 4-2.
Yeah,
and that's like on their tippy toes. So and a trophy was about half their height. So you're looking at like a 2 foot tall trophy. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was a good show. I mean, like I said, I don't know the names of the people, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, Keith isn't in the League of Legends. So I don't know.
Lame.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, you play D&D, which I really wish I could. That's why I really want to get that going, but hopefully we can get something going with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a lot of fun. So it's a lot easier to do nowadays too. I think with that program.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we can, as maybe later we can talk about it and see what it is that we can download. And because Jeremiah actually plays, like he said, if we were to do it, he would just use the same like place, like the same world he has for his real group, and just use it because he's a DM in that one, so he could just DM for us. So I think that would be kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So back on a little bit of PlayStation 4 topic. So everybody's heard of the Oculus Rift and the whole virtual reality. So Sony decides to come out with their own version, but it's like 4 times as pricey. Like I don't see why they would even consider dropping a $1,000 headset for people.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, I guess apparently this is like the second or third version of this headset they've been making. I mean, this is the first time I've really heard of it, but I don't know. You know, it's something you can use with your PlayStation. It's also you can use with your TV or I think even your PC. So it's kind of just this other thing. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily just for gaming or anything like that, like the Rift is, but
right.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, we had heard rumors that maybe Rift was gonna do a partnership with them and do like a bundle, or maybe they were coming out with something of their own. But this latest release is just kind of like you said, a high-end thing. It's not going to be something obviously that most people are going to be using. So I guess it's just kind of it's almost, to me, it feels like it's like a prototype thing. Like they're just kind of testing the waters of what they can do and how much people are interested in it. So
right, for $1,000, I mean, that's pretty steep. Like I won't be getting one until
heck no.
They're like maybe $100. But even then, it's like, is virtual reality really the next step for gaming? In my opinion,
the only thing that I think would be cool would be to go down to your local Best Buy or something and pop it on and see what it's all about. Check it out. That would be cool.
The last time they tried to do a virtual reality was Virtual Boy, right? I think that was like the big push.
Well,
remember that?
No, I had a Virtual Boy, and I don't know if that was the last time there was virtual reality. I mean, technically that wasn't virtual reality.
Well, I mean, they try to market it as VR.
Right.
I mean, if you want all red paint lines as VR, but...
Yeah. I think the only thing close would be like when you go to the arcade and there's that one thing where you drop it onto your eyes and you run around.
There's arcades?
Like spin around or whatever.
Where have they been in the last 5 years, So...
That's true.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, like that's one of them, like Dave and Buster. I just consider it an arcade, but they have those machines, you can mess around with, but I don't know. I mean, I really want to try Oculus Rift because I mean I've seen the stuff they've done with it and it just looks amazing. Like the Star Wars, the killing the Death Star. I thought that was awesome. That video was really sick. So stuff like that I think would be really fun to do, but.
Whatever they come out with, I just hope they come out with a better name than Virtual Boy, because that sounds like a Tamagotchi for pedophiles or something.
Yeah, that's true. But Oculus Rift just sounds like I'm supposed to put this on my head? Like, I'm not going to get cancer from this thing or something? But
yeah.
Anyways, Keith, you want 3D? You want virtual reality?
I don't know. It'd be cool. I don't know if I'd buy it, but That's me.
Yeah.
It'd have to be freaking awesome for me to go out and buy it, depending. Yeah, I guess it depends on the price too, so.
Yeah, $1,000 is crazy high. But.
Yeah, maybe in a few years when it comes down, if it does.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it can only go down, I'm assuming, because,
if someone ever perfected it, it could save, gamers a lot of money because, the screen, you don't need to buy a big TV or a high-end gaming monitor or something, it's already built into that thing. So, if someone could do it, that's what kind of, I guess, Rift's trying to do. But
then again, depends on how virtual it is. If it's pretty awesome, like
Right.
virtual wise, you know what I mean? Then maybe it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah. I just know if this thing ever got super cheap, like can you imagine the kids of the next generation and all theirs is virtual reality? If they would just like walk into school and just like fall over because they wouldn't know, like their perception depth would just be off so much.
The only thing that scares me about that is if something like that did take over, that might suck because hopefully, it doesn't just happen overnight because, I mean, for those of us who haven't been playing our whole lives on virtual reality, we might have a hard time making that transition. So I think I would miss just being able to sit back and play a game, the current way or the old school way of not virtual reality. So
Right.
I always just thought like playing a game put you in that reality, so it kind of was a virtual. I mean, I guess like the whole like concept of you going in, but I mean that's why I play games is to get away from.
I definitely think it's going that. I mean, they're trying to do obviously with the Kinect and all that kind of stuff too, where and even there's smart TVs and stuff now where everything's gesture oriented and stuff. So I mean, there's going to be an aspect, I guess, or at least it's going to be available where everything you do happens in the game. Everything you're doing in the real world, and you feel like you're in it. But I just hope that's not. I hope they don't just shift the whole landscape of gaming towards that at some point.
Yeah. All I know is if they ever make Fallout compatible with the Oculus Rift, I may never talk to you guys ever again. That might be the best game I think in the world.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like for first-person shooters and for first-person games, that seems like it might be kind of cool. But I mean, really, what we need to do is get our hands on with an Oculus Rift so we can kind of have a better feel for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would definitely try out some Fallout with an Oculus Rift. I think that would be probably the best game ever. But enough about virtual reality. Virtual reality, we're not going to see it probably for another 5 or 10 years. Perfected. We'll see it, obviously, coming up, but we're not going to... Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't going to be virtual reality. I mean, let's not get too worried there. I think people just still love their keyboard and mice or, controller. So now we're going to talk a little bit about some Pokemon. Comes out tomorrow, the new one, X and Y. I think I'm the only one here that's excited because I grew up in that age where Pokemon was the coolest thing ever, and I'm not 30 years old. So, I don't know.
I think that's a gab at me and Tibbs. I'm not
It's
sure.
pretty much a gab at all you. I mean, if you're married or you're over 25, you're pretty much lame, and that counts for.
Ooh, that
you
hurts.
three.
I quit. I don't have to take this.
I know.
This is. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's a double bogey for all Tibbs.
Looks like this is the last episode, guys.
Yep.
So.
Tune in next week when it's just Shaq all by himself.
Just Shaq. I like that. I mean, that's a good show.
That's a name for it. Yeah, there you go.
Just Shaq. All right.
The Shack Attack.
The Shaq Attack.
Let's spam your comment board with messages.
Keith, tell me you're a Pokemon fan.
Up until just the original, I think.
How could it be
I
up
stopped
until the original? How does that even work? I liked Pokemon up until the original, and then after that, it was what came before the original?
No, I like the original. I think I played Yellow, and then it got too complicated.
You
got
play
too
WoW.
many. I can't count that high.
That's a horrible excuse. You play WoW.
I played Yellow.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I had a blast on it. They did that little cheat where you get all the Master Balls, was that it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you catch Mewtwo a whole bunch of times, so I did that. So.
I played the Nintendo 64 game where you drive around on a train and you take pictures of the Pokemon.
Pokemon Snap. That's a great game.
Yeah, I played that for like a day or something one time. It's been quite a while ago.
That's horrible. Okay, anyways. So Pokemon X and Y are coming out. I think it's going to be amazing. It's the first 3D Pokemon game for the Nintendo 3DS. Actually, for the first time ever. We've never had a 3D Pokemon game other than Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, but nobody really counts those. I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome to bring back some nostalgia from childhood, and You guys suck for not being excited about it.
Whoa.
Hooray.
Okay, here's a question. So,
Seriously?
do what?
That's still Pokemon's. Are they really on X and Y? Did they go like through A through Z?
No, Keith. They did not go through any of this.
Holy crap.
Oh, man. Anyways, so everybody knows Canada's about to have another kid. If it's a boy, I mean, maybe a Pokemon game will be thrown his way.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a no.
Yeah, I know. It's like asking your parents for like $1 and they're like, let me think about that. Probably not.
I just hadn't really thought about it actually until you posed that question. Yeah, I mean, if he's into it, I don't care. I mean, anything gaming, I'm gonna be cool with. So.
All right, well, I'll let you slide on that one. This is a really good franchise. It's probably the most evil thing ever because you get addicted to it, but it's fun. That was actually my first. Yeah, it was my first RPG game, my first card game. Pretty much anything collectible of Pokemon, I think I had it. So it's a really awesome nostalgia trip, and I'm really excited for it. But that's my rant on Pokemon. Obviously, you guys aren't as excited as I am. So
well, a lot of people are, though. I mean, it's a big franchise, like you said, and you know, if I could play Pokemon and not look like something was wrong with me, I'd probably do it. But I'm pretty sure people.
That is one thing. Like, is there an age you get to where playing Pokemon is a little weird?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you do it at the playground with your pants off. I mean, you're gonna get some looks.
Oh, did you take my weekend away then?
I mean, yeah, it makes you look a little bit
Magic.
like it might make you look a little bit like you're not all there or something. If you're a 30-year-old married guy playing Pokemon,
right? Yeah, I could just imagine because I don't know if y'all remember this, Lee. You probably do because you went to we obviously grew up in the same town or close to the same town. So you went to the mall, and there'd be all these like kids who would play Pokemon on like Saturdays.
Come on, the Edgewater?
Yeah, Edgewater Mall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you would have that one guy who's like
30-year-old guy.
And you're just like, what is he doing there? And he's got his Game Boy out and his cards, and he's playing with these fucking 12-year-old kids.
Right. It's mad. He's the middle of the mall where everybody and he had no shame.
Yeah. I can remember my little brother was into Pokemon. He's about the same age as Shaq, and so I mean, we'd go in like those little stores and stuff and look at Pokemon cards and stuff, and yeah, there's always this one like 45-year-old heavy-set bald guy in there who was like, we'd be looking at a card and he'd look over our shoulders and be like, oh yeah, I have that, it's pretty awesome. We're just like, we both just look at it and turn around like, what the hell?
Like, is this guy gonna kidnap me,
yeah,
or
exactly.
is he just being genuinely nice about Pokemon?
Right.
No, that's definitely understandable. I think once you, I don't know. I mean, even for me, I'm only 22. Like, it's kind of, I played right before I go to, like, it's one of those things that's on my 3DS. So if I'm on the road or, obviously like not at the mall where all the other Pokemon little kids are, but you know, if I'm ever on a road trip or right before I go to bed or something, I'll play. And I'm looking forward to it. It's a $30 game. I'll probably spend 60 hours in it. Just because it's Pokemon, it's an RPG, and you can. I think there's like 500 Pokemon now, so.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot. Do what?
Said yikes.
Way too many.
Oh yeah, there's a shit ton, and I'm not really a fan of that. I mean, I prefer just the regular 150 because now they have like obnoxious names, so I'm just like, this is dumb. Not like they weren't obnoxious before, but now they're extremely obnoxious. But that's enough about Pokemon. It's a fun game. You should probably go check it out. I think it's going to be amazing. But next topic, we're going to talk about some Magic some more. So, Tips did say he's going to buy a box one day, and he's into Magic. So,
yeah.
You've got the bug. You got the Magic bug.
I do. Yeah, and it's not something I thought I'd ever do, but it's funny actually. What started is I've been looking into Hearthstone. I'm really curious about playing that game, and then you guys are constantly talking about Magic, which is similar. And so then I was like, you know what, screw it. So I picked up 2014 deck builders kit and a Theros starter deck or box or whatever it's called. And so didn't pull anything real amazing yet, but I got a ton of cards already. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. And I think I'm going to pick up like a Theros Fat Pack or box here sometime soon. So.
Very nice. And you're liking the Steam game, right? 2014?
Yeah, it's a great way to learn how to play. If you don't know anything about Magic, I'm going to look into the Magic, the actual online game as well. But when I've heard that's like more of a expensive type thing. I was lucked out and got Magic 2014 for $5 on Steam, so it's an easy way to break in on that. And also, if you for you guys that are Magic fans out there, I've found a website called deckbox.org, which is kind of cool, and lets you like kind of catalog all your cards, and there's people on there you can trade with. You can look at decks other people are building, and just a pretty neat website, so something to check out.
Yeah. Have you been playing, you've been playing the 2014 for Steam. Have you played another real person, and have they beat you really badly before?
Oh my god, dude, you're such a dick. This really is going to be just the Shaq show next week. No, I will say though that the first time I played someone online, I destroyed them, like 5-2 or something. But then, last night, look, I'll say this. Okay, Shaq beat me pretty bad the first game. The second game, I beat him. And the third game, I drew no mana. And so I was at a disadvantage the whole game. And he had like the ultimate hand, apparently. And at one point, he had 40 health. Okay, there. Is that what you wanted me to say in front of everybody?
Can you just say I destroyed you, just so we can get on record?
You destroyed me, and apparently so much so that you felt the need to text me even after I went to bed about how much you destroyed me. So, just to give you guys an idea of what kind of person I'm dealing with. Yeah.
See, now you make it seem like I'm a bad person. I just take Magic really, really seriously.
Uh-huh. Even when you're playing against a person who's never played before.
Exactly.
Or you come over for a friendly game and bring a fucking tournament deck.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is the people I mess with. Like, I hang out with these crybabies all the time, where they just, oh, I can't beat Shaq because he's so good.
Yeah. You should tell us now. This week, Shaq actually went down and played a little Friday Night Magic, Thursday Night Magic. Yep. So give us a rundown how that went.
So I went to Thursday night. It's a draft night, so everybody knows anything about Magic. You just take these booster packs and you draft them. You pick a card, you trade it to the next, or you trade the rest of the cards to the next person to your left, and you make a deck out of 3 booster packs. I didn't do too well on that, to be completely honest. I pulled really, really crappy cards, and I had to build my deck around Analia's Bow, which is really stupid. Like, I probably shouldn't even have pulled it. But I decided to. I was like, I'll go green. I mean, Nalia's Bow gives everybody Death Touch. So I was like, why not? I could probably do something with this. Played the matches, never pulled the bow. And I was like, well, that's awesome. So I ended up going like 1-3 that whole night, and it was horrible. Tonight was Friday Night Magic, and I brought my quote-unquote tournament deck, as Lee likes to call it, and did pretty good. I beat pretty much everybody I went up against until the last guy I went up against, who happened to have Wave of the Tides or whatever. And I'm rocking a mono red deck, and that card is immune to all red damage, so he pretty much stomped me. But I got a few boosters out of it, and had a good time, and I was a little mad. I'm like the worst sore loser of all time, no matter what it is.
That's weird because you're such a gracious winner. When you just stomp someone with 40 health, you're like, you try to console them, make them feel better.
Yeah, every time I beat somebody, I just want to make sure they know, like, you just got your shit stomped,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see. I mean, maybe a text was too much. I mean, maybe I was about to send another one, but I was like, we might not talk tomorrow. But other than that, Magic is a fun game. If you haven't played it, you should go check it out. I don't know, Lee, are you playing still casual with your roommate and your girlfriend?
Yep. We're still going at it, so I'm still perfecting it.
Yeah.
So when the next time you come over, I make you want to just quit.
That's what I hope happens, because this game is just taking all my money, and it's taking all my free time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much like WoW with cards.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what I feel like. But it's a fun game. It's, like you said, cardboard crack. You open up a box, and you're just like, come on, give me something good.
Mm-hmm.
You see your first Planeswalker, the Planeswalker could be 30 cents, and you'll always remember the first Planeswalker you open.
Yep.
Because
one was the white one. What's his face? The lion guy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah. I actually opened him yesterday. He's a 2014, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him yesterday in my box, my 2014 box. But yeah, it's fun. Like you see, because like when I first started playing, with Jeremiah, and like he talked about Planeswalkers, and I was just like, oh, that sounds awesome. I really want to get one. And then you find out like once you pull one and you show everybody, they're just like, Planeswalkers aren't that great because they can die almost as fast as any of your creatures, but you still remember it. I mean, pulling a Planeswalker is definitely fun, and some of them are just crazy. I mean, obviously, you got the Jaces and even that Chandra's you have, so it's fun.
I mean, if they're not good, at least you could use their first ability to kind of do some damage, because I think when we were playing Arch Enemy, what's her face was pulling so many, like 2/2 soldiers, so it was kind of lame.
Yep, I totally agree. It's a fun game though. I mean, if you haven't given Magic a chance, like I said, we're gonna have, hopefully we all get webcams soon, and we will be posting some of these unboxings. I think it'd be really cool to get Tips' experience on recording whenever he opens up his either box or fat pack or.
I'd pay for that.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is Tips opening a pack. He opens a pack, he looks at the first card, he goes to Star City Games right away. He's like, oh, my first card is a common, it's actually a Plains. Let me see, 50 cents, next card, and it's just, he does that with every card, and I think it's funny. I think opening a box would just...
Okay, that's what I did the first time I opened them, alright? And then you guys told me just skip to the back. I didn't know.
Yeah, because we were bored. We were bored to tears. He was like, first card. I'm going to show you what it does. It costs 2 mana to cast, and it's a 1/2 creature. And we're like, alright. And you're just like, I wonder how much it's worth. And then next card. I was like, dude, just tell us what you got in the back.
Yeah. I like how, like, my second booster pack I opened, I had, like, this foil rare, and I'm like, oh, sweet, thinking I made bank. And, no, some stupid, like, $1 card, like Treasure Thrall or something. God,
but now you have that feeling of opening a card and having a foil, and that foil happens to be a rare. You're just like...
It happens to be freaking worthless.
I'm rolling the dough.
Or you could just wait like I did and get $100 foil rare. So.
Yeah, Lee's got $100 foil rare just sitting on it like it's nothing. I'm like, dude, you got this card? And he's like, oh, I have one of those in her foil. I was just like, oh, that's $100. He's like, really? I've been throwing this thing around. Like,
I've been using it for a coaster.
I've been throwing them at bananas, trying to cut it in half. That's all I've been doing with these things.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, it's opening cards. I mean, you know what it is, Lee, and I obviously know what it is, because I can't stop opening the fucking things. And now I'm glad Tip's got a little taste of it.
Yeah, but when you say that Magic is taking up all your time and all your money, for me, that is the opposite. It's my kid that's taking up all my time and all my money. But
right.
I know what you mean. Yeah, Magic could be.
Well, I mean,
like
kids
you
are
said,
going pretty good right now, right?
That's true. On the black market, I could get if I just straight up for booster boxes. I mean, we're probably talking like
40 booster boxes.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Look at that, $4,000. I mean,
how do you think to say like that? Shit.
I mean, you think it's a party, but it's really not. It's just a kid. I mean, there's literally like 3 billion of them out there.
Oh, my wife's already, has another one on the way. So I mean, we can make them for free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, why not? You got 2 of them, just $4,000. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get it over with. But yeah, Magic is amazing. Go check it out. I don't have to tell you, the game's been around for like 20 years. So, I mean, it's just a cool game to play. And if you think it's like super nerdy, it is, but it's something you can just do with your friends, and that's what we're doing here. We're just having a good time with it. Hopefully, like I said, we get the cams and you can see some of this reactions every time I beat Lee, and we'll have it recorded just so he knows. And that one time he happens to beat me, I will have pressed delete on the video. And it'll be good times. It'll be good times.
Yes, sir.
Keith, you gonna play Magic with us?
I did just download it on Steam.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
He's got the bug. Is it still $5?
No, it was $9.
That's not bad. It's a good game to play, that's for sure.
Yeah, you guys talk all the time, so I figured I gotta freaking at least look at it.
Well, it starts with a $9 Steam game, and it ends with a $3,000, like a lot of cards that you have in your underneath your bed, and that's how it'll end. You'll have so many cards underneath your bed, you'll just be like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do with all these things."
Dude, it's weird because they pop up in the middle of nowhere too. You're like, okay, I organized every single one. There's no more cards, and then you look, there's one, and just chilling like inside your computer by your graphics card. You're like, how did that?
Right.
Yeah.
It's always like the ones you put in your. If you just organize all your sleeves, and you're just like your binder sleeves.
Yeah.
And you got them all in alphabetical order, by expansion, by color, and then you find one, and you're just like, you son of a bitch.
No.
And it happens to be like B.
Back. Yeah.
So it's like, you have to move everything from B to the back, like back one, and you're just like, this is fucking stupid. But
Then the solution to that is just to slide it behind one of the other ones and not worry about it. But
solution to that is just put it in the back and be like, I brought that card out there. It's all good. Yep, good times, Magic. Hopefully Keith, we got him in, so he's in.
yeah,
You buy the game, you're done.
Yep.
Yeah,
over.
what's gonna kill you guys?
There's no looking back. So, cool beans, man. Walking Dead. We're gonna get to the money portion of the show.
Yeah.
Walking Dead starts on Sunday. Oh boy. Sorry, Lee. But we're gonna talk about some Walking Dead. Keith, are you ready for some Walking Dead?
I am ready. I've had this damn thing on countdown for like since it went off.
Very nice. Ken, you were a little on the edge.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. The last two seasons, have been good. Just there's been things about them I didn't like, but I'm still a little disappointed that the governor's around. But I know I get that that's part of the comic and the story, so it's whatever. But no, tomorrow night I'll be glued to my chair, wanting to see what's happening.
Sunday night, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's one of those shows where even if I was disappointed with what was going on, I would still watch it because it's much must-watch TV, I guess you could say. So I'm super excited about it.
All right, Lee, you have a chance to get caught up. They're all on Netflix. If you start now,
right?
Yeah, like I said, I read some of the comics, and I really like the comics by, I think, I want to say Image. Image Comics does them, and they're really good. But through my nerd network of comic book people, because I'm a huge comic book fan, and I think I tried to shove a couple comic books down your throat when you came over here. I don't know, I hear it's not the same. And since I read the comics, it's kind of, I'm like one of those book elitists, and I hate those people that oh, well, the book's better, and I hate I came to see a fucking movie. So, hopefully I get through that. But like I said, I love zombies. I love the whole Dead. I'm real, I'm real that type. Anything I do, even in Magic, I like to play black, even though I don't really necessarily care for it. I just love the art on it. So, but it does look like, if it's anything like the comics, it always has a solid story. You kind of side with whatever character, cause, I forget who it is, but he's the biggest asshole, but you really like him. Like I said, it's been a while since it came out, or since I read it.
Well, he was good.
Yeah, so,
he is the biggest asshole.
Yeah, but you still like him, right? I think that it might be him.
No, he's pretty much the Walking Dead equivalent of Joffrey.
Ooh, ouch! But
Well, that's a little extreme.
Did you see what he did? Wasn't it like the season finale where he caps the kid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, fuck that little kid, dude.
Yeah, you have a problem with all the offspring of the main characters the shows you like, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway,
yeah, I mean, so hopefully I'll probably give it a chance. Like, I
You should, man. I mean,
I'm a big anime fan, so a lot of anime takes up my my time. So that's the whole reason. Like, I've been watching a lot of Attack on Titan. Just finished up. You'll probably laugh. Like, My Mermaid's a Bride. It's really funny anime comedy. Yeah, you're laughing back, but I don't know. Like, once I start getting like into an anime, I can't stop watching until I'm done. So that's mostly. It's not that I don't hate it. Like, I don't hate Breaking Bad. I really get into anime, and I have to finish it, or that's all I watch until I finally finish it. So.
For sure. Walking Dead's definitely a solid show. Like, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I mean, tons of fans.
This is why I like arguing with you, because you said, like, I'm kind of one of those, when it comes to comics, like, I am one of those guys who I compare it to the movie, which I'm kind of the same, to an extent, because, I mean, let's be real, the new Batman's compared to comics.
Well, yeah, you're never going to get a Bruce or Bat.
Yeah, or even the new Superman. I mean, he kills Zod. That's kind of a no-no. Yeah.
I mean, and then the whole fact that Ben Affleck's in the next Batman, that's basically against everything that comics stand for. But
I can't see him as a good Bat or a Bruce. At least like Christian Bale had Bruce Wayne down, and Michael Keaton to date is the best Batman. To put on the mask. I mean, if they could have put like Christian Bale.
Besides Val Kilmer, let's go ahead and put that on record.
No, I'm gonna say George Clooney.
The old Clooney.
Because he had the nipples.
The nipple suit.
The nipples on the costume. But, yeah, I mean, when you started coming into comic book culture and, and especially even, game culture, when you start making a movie based on a game, you've kind of seen what, like, Super Mario Brothers,
Whoa. That movie was amazing.
I guess.
That movie might go down as the best movie ever made.
I mean, if you want Koopa to be a straight up Velociraptor from Jurassic Park,
this is true.
But I mean, I think the only good movie that was based on a video game was I would say Mortal Kombat, the first one.
That's a good one. I mean, I watch it every time it's on TV.
Yeah, that was decent. But I have yet to see a video. But Constantine was really good. Hellboy was phenomenal. So they've done I'm not really a Marvel fan. I mean, I've seen the very first X-Men. I saw a little bit of Wolverine Origins. And when they made Gambit, one of my favorite, besides like Hulk and Punisher, but Gambit's like my other one that I hold closely because I grew up with him without a Cajun accent. It hurt. It probably put a big sting in me to say give a middle finger to Marvel, but who knows? I mean, they've destroyed Batman movies, so I can't really talk that much crap about Marvel. So
yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm with you on the whole Marvel thing, but I like Marvel movies better than I like DC movies, unfortunately. Just because of how much. I don't think I've seen a bad Marvel movie so far. I mean, they've all been pretty decent. Like, even the Thors. Besides the Spider-Man movies are.
Yeah, I mean, it's
probably the worst.
Yeah, the Avengers stuff they're doing right now is pretty cool, but.
Oh, it's clutch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clutch.
And the X-Men stuff they've done is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally understand. Like, DC. I mean, Green Lantern was really bad.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds should never wear another superhero costume ever.
Ryan Reynolds should never be on screen, period.
Yeah.
I think he's got something wrong with him. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he plays one character, and that's my Vince Vaughn story, and I know y'all hate on me for not liking Vince Vaughn, but, yeah.
At least Vince Vaughn's not taking on superhero roles. He sticks to stupid comedies.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have stayed, Blade 2 and 3 were pretty bad, and that's Marvel.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think this Wesley Snipes got super desperate for those movies, though. He needed money bad.
yeah,
And
well, the
again,
first
Ryan Reynolds showed
good.
up
I mean,
too.
the first one was pretty legit, right? I mean, we
Yeah,
all,
Blade's. Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
the first Blade.
They went downhill bad.
Yeah, and
Like part 1 when they killed his mom and all that shit went down. That was awesome. Like he was just there. He was like, "I'm a freaking badass. You know what? I'm a vampire and I can do whatever the hell I want to."
yeah,
But
and this didn't mean a good Flash movie because I'm a big Flash fan. So
yeah. Well, apparently, I mean, not to completely change the subject, but you probably heard of the show Arrow, right?
yeah, about Green Arrow.
Right. So next week, or it might be this week, the new season just started, and guess who's coming in? The Flash.
Ooh,
Yes.
Gordon's coming in.
Yeah, and they're actually going to make a whole series on the CW about the Flash. So maybe
Okay.
you'll be interested in that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think to this day the best superhero or Superman take was Smallville. Like I love that show. I mean, Smallville is probably the best TV show I think I've ever seen, superhero wise. You know, so I haven't started watching Green Arrow. I haven't started watching that yet because I'm not a big Green Arrow fan, I guess you could say. But the Flash stuff I will definitely check out. So I might actually just watch an episode just to see who they get to play him and see how it all works together.
Yeah, and but
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn's cameo in his Flash.
Dude, if you do that, I think I'll tear up all my Flash comics.
Owen Wilson, blonde hair. There you go.
On that note, if anybody has not seen Flashpoint, they need to see that. It's phenomenal. It's about the Flash, and he goes. If no one knows the story about Flash, he never knew his father, or his father either died at a young age, whatever like story you read by which writer, and his mother gets killed. And that's when he decides to join the kind of superhero type of thing, like get revenge.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually goes back and saves his mother, and it creates a parallel universe. So,
Yeah.
if y'all haven't seen it yet, it is probably one of the best DC movies. You get to see Wonder Woman and Aquaman really violent. I'll give you a little spoiler alert. Wonder Woman snaps someone's neck with the lasso of truth. And
Okay, let me guess. I can only guess Aquaman eats a plate of sushi.
no.
He just goes,
Aquaman is actually really badass in this.
Nice.
And you get to see Lex as a good guy because it's a parallel universe, so he's helping the government.
That's
you get
awesome.
you see Black Mantis, the guy that kind of looks like a underwater sea creature. He is super badass in this. I mean, you'll see a lot of villains. You see I can't say that. Never mind. That's a huge spoiler. I'll tell y'all after the podcast has ended, but it's
definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't think I've watched it yet, so I want to watch it. I know you have it. And you told me to watch it when I was there, but definitely next time I come over, we'll watch it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know a lot about the Flash Gordon and like his backstory, but I always thought it was like his dad was a race car driver, and he told him if you weren't first or last. And that made
All right.
Let's just go and switch. Flash Gordon is a movie based on the 80s. That's totally not even near what the fuck we're talking about. Tips to be the dickhead again.
Yeah.
Oh man,
This guy. What a douche, man. I mean,
I like to wrap up each segment with like a silly joke. Okay, that's what I'm going for. I
Well,
don't want to give it away to the fans at home.
Yeah.
But
No, let's stop tips in the middle of it. Let's go ahead and do our 5, please.
Anyways, back to the free. How did we get on walking? This is why we're true nerds. This is why we're nerds to the core. We talk about Walking Dead, and apparently we're hearing the life story of Flash. I mean, how did we even?
a little bit of Ricky Bobby and Vince Vaughn thrown in.
Yeah, exactly. Vince Vaughn jokes and Ricky Bobby jokes, and why? I don't even know why Ryan Reynolds should never play like Superman.
At one point, we were talking about Mila Kunis or something.
Locke started it. He coursed us off.
Anyways, back to Keith. Walking Dead, man. What do you want to happen this season? Like last season, everybody was kind of disappointed the governor got away, but he killed all those people. And at the end of the day, they've made the governor seem like he's more than just a human, which I don't know why they make. I don't understand TV shows sometimes, but there was like a gunfight or something. You would think while he was killing all those people, one guy would have turned around and put a cap in him or something. I don't know. I feel like this guy should have died like 4
It's
episodes
the eye
ago.
patch. It's the eye patch.
You think so? Do you think he's like a Terminator underneath that eye patch? He just pulls it up and boom, he's the Terminator.
I think so. I think that's what's really going on. That's the backstory that's developing.
That could be the only explanation, but anyways, so what do you want from this season?
That's a good question. They keep. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of interesting how it ended. Definitely seems like they set up for a heck of a lot of drama to start off right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, me. I don't know if did you guys see any of the sneak peeks? I try not to watch them, but I think I accidentally watched one today.
I try to say, I think I saw the video they showed at Comic-Con, which was like 6 months ago. But other than that, I've been staying away from it.
Yeah, I saw it. It kind of looks like where the jails, they're having problems again with zombies. There's a scene where they're inside the cell block, whatever, fighting zombies. So.
Okay, so not to interrupt you or anything, but first off, why the fuck are they still at the jail? Like, didn't the governor just take all of his people away from that town and shoot them all? Why are they not going back to this town that's already fortified with walls?
Well, the whole time, though, they wanted the jail. That was the whole reason they fought him in the first place. They wanted to keep the jail. I don't know.
Well,
what do you mean? No, they didn't.
Yeah, they wanted the jail, but they were the governor was told that you can't. Should we say spoiler alert in case somebody hasn't watched season 2?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, spoiler.
Yeah, we're talking about season 2 and 3. So if you haven't seen them, yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go, 2 and 3. I forget what season we're on, but yeah, they. I thought the reason why it was one of the governor's people came back and said, "Hey, the jail's untakeable," and then they went in and took it, so they wanted to take it
because the governor was just greedy and he wanted more. He just didn't want there to be another group of people out there.
Right.
Well, to be fair, they don't. I don't think they know. Well, I guess they do now. Never mind. I was gonna say I didn't think they knew about the city being empty.
Right, because they drove by all those bodies, and there was that one person still alive or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to go back to his. I mean, I'd raid his stash definitely, but that's about. I don't know. I'd probably burn the damn city to the ground personally.
Nah, you definitely okay. I mean, you have like 50 people there now, and you're all in jail cells. And I don't know. I would just go back to the town. They have fortified walls.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, didn't they what?
Didn't the town get kind of overrun with zombies too? Like at one point.
Okay. How many times has there been zombies in that freaking jail cell
You're
courtyard?
right. Apparently there is again. So. Yeah.
Like 400 times at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. I wish they would just go and be smarter about some of the decisions because you have like 30 or 40 people there that are living with you. A jail's going to get super cramped up. If anything, if I'm one of the guys that came from the village, I'm like, hey, who wants to come with me back to the village where we have supplies and fortified walls and houses with beds and blankets and showers?
Yeah.
And electricity. I don't know. This jail cell bed's freaking comfortable.
Well,
I guess
maybe that's just going to, I mean, I get the sense that maybe the jail isn't going to be a permanent after the season, so maybe at some point they make that move.
I hope not. I don't know about y'all, but I felt like the jail, like being there the whole time, was kind of like meh.
Yeah,
like
kind of farmhouse type thing, just kind of stagnant.
Yeah,
I definitely think the first season where they're like on the run, kind of that gives it a little extra drama, but
right. I don't know. Anything else you're wanting from this season, Keith?
I don't know. I think I definitely want to see something probably happen where it probably will happen, but like somebody inside from the old town is gonna totally still be in with somehow he's gonna end up with a walkie-talkie or something and be what do you call it?
Sabotaging them.
Thank you.
Double agent.
Yeah, double agent in from the inside, and it's gonna get interesting. I don't know where they're gonna go, but I guess we'll find some. Actually, you know what? They're probably gonna go back to that crazy guy.
Whoa, what crazy guy?
The one dude from the very beginning who lost his son that was like a lunatic that Rick and them found.
Oh, okay,
the black guy.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. Yeah, that one black guy.
You say that?
Yeah, I forgot his name. I'm sorry if you were blanking on it. Anyways, yeah, that guy.
I think they're gonna. What's gonna happen is I don't know. I kind of want to see some weird chase go on where they lure everybody back there, and then that dude just rocks it.
Was I the only one disappointed that the black guy God, I'm gonna find his name because this is like super awkward. But like, I was hoping he'd have such a bigger part when he finally came back. I was like, dude, that guy's been gone since season 1. We haven't heard a word from him. And look, he shows up in season 3, and he's like, please go back with Rick because for some reason, he made a huge impression in season 1 on me. I don't know if he did that for you guys or.
Oh yeah, I thought he was a great actor. I mean, now he's actually on a new show, Low Winter Sun or whatever. But he's like one of the main guys on that. But yeah, he's solid. I mean, when he's like getting ready to shoot his wife and he's like crying and he can't do it, like.
Oh, and then they come to find out his son dies from his wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is even harder. Like it just makes that scene that much more. I don't even know. Like I don't even know what to do. But I was hoping he'd have a bigger part. Like I was like, dude, he's in here now. He's got his kid. Maybe his kid will, beat the shit out of Rick's kid, which would be awesome. Or something would happen. But no, it's like, oh, he's in there for one episode. He's crazy and he tries to kill Rick.
You know what? I bet you his son, Rick's son, is the guy who's the double agent. I bet you.
Oh,
now we're just getting crazy talk. This is crazy talk. I'm not gonna lie.
They kind of had their differences at the end. Just saying.
Who, the dad and the son?
Yeah.
Okay, that's another thing too. What do you think the kid's gonna do that's stupid this season? Because every season he does something that's stupid.
Something tells me that he's going to just wander off at some point and no one's going to know. Like, that's pretty much all he does.
I think he's going to wander off and take his sister with him because he's going to feel like a badass.
I think he's going to he's going to wander off to the governor with the sister.
That's a good call.
Just to bring this out, I Googled Walking Dead black guy. And his name's in the show. His name's Morgan. That's the name we're looking for. The actor's name, Mr. Lenny James.
Okay, so now that you have that up, what's the name of the other black guy? The one that's coming into the show?
T-Dog, and then there is that's the guy that died.
Yeah.
And then I think the new one is it Tyrese? Is that
Tyrese? That's who it is.
Yeah.
All right, so
that's the thing though. In every zombie show, you're fine until the black guy dies. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's true. They keep replacing them. They keep replacing the black guy.
Right. They gotta.
One dies, another one pops up. It was really convenient when T-Dog died because I think the next episode you saw Tyrese or something.
And just in case let's keep count all the African Americans, Michonne is the name of the.
Well, there's also one more. I mean, like, not trying to sound like. Anyways, there's one more, and this is the other chick. The chick with Tyrese or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm not even gonna.
All right, so they got those people. They're all coming in. They're all grouping together. Rick's kid's gonna do something stupid. We all know this. Here's a big question. It's probably the final topic on Walking Dead, but who is dying this season? We're gonna go and start calling it right now.
Governor.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm gonna say Carol, the older gal with the short hair. Yep. I think this is her.
You think? I think.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say because I know Daryl is close to her. But that's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't think Herschel, and I'll tell you why. I think it's going to be his youngest daughter.
Okay.
Just because it'll make it that much more interesting because he's going to go insane.
Yeah.
He's going to cause problems with Rick, and that's going to be some drama for the last half of the season. I bet you anything.
Can we all just agree that we're really happy that Lori and Andrea are dead? Like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
God.
How stupid was Andrea, man?
God, she was the worst.
She might go down as the stupidest character of all time.
Yeah, she makes Skylar look like a fucking part.
Like a saint.
Yeah.
It's bad. She was just dumb. Like everything she did was just stupid. And I was like, really?
Yep.
So yeah, I got Herschel's youngest daughter dying.
You just take away his crutches. What can he do?
No, I agree. I think he has the most potential to die, but they're not going to kill him just because him and Rick kind of.
He's kind of Rick's like the only thing that keeps Rick from getting unhinged, really.
Yeah,
that's true.
What if his older daughter dies and?
Yeah, that's
like not only does Herschel go crazy, but so does
Glenn.
The other Glenn.
They can't kill her because she's like the last hot one.
Yeah, good point.
Yes, but what if one of the new villagers
thought out? That's true.
What if the new villagers is Scarlet J? You know, she just comes out of nowhere.
Maybe.
Then you're gonna have Ryan Reynolds come in, and it's gonna be awkward.
Well, hopefully Ryan Reynolds comes as a zombie and he dies right off the bat. I hope that happens. I hope Ryan Reynolds comes in and then Rick's son kills him, and then somehow a car runs over Rick's son. That'll be the perfect episode.
Or thrown out.
Goes up this guy and just blows him up. That'd be awesome. Just hits him randomly.
That would be cool. I mean, what if we did see something like that? Like, not that happening in particular, but what if we like started seeing planes go by?
Wasn't there a preview? Wasn't the beginning of last season, or was it the end of last season, where you see a helicopter?
That was the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna find a military base. Is what I think is gonna happen in this one or something. Whether if it's dead or not, but
I just hope they don't. I kind of hope it speeds up a little bit. Like, I think we all agree like last season was a little bit on the slow side. In my opinion, it was, at least. I thought things could have been sped up a lot faster.
Yeah, they built up that fight with the governor for so long before it actually happened. You know, like
exactly. I totally agree with that. And then they finally attack and they bring the zombie bomb into the yard, and then it's like, all right, that goes down, and then the episode ends with like them going back their separate ways and cleaning up. Like, this is insane. For me, it took way too long, but.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question for you: what was with the deal with all that whole Lori thing? Like him seeing his wife. I kind of got it, but not really.
I mean,
Rick is insane.
Yeah, he's just having like post-traumatic stress disorder or something like that. You know, like
I think that's what. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you got to think. Okay, so I mean, I'm not a father by any means, but your kid literally saw his mom die and saw another woman cut his baby sister out of her stomach.
And then domed his mom to make sure she was...
And then had to kill his own mother. Like, I think he kind of took... Because a kid has, like, no remorse. Like, he doesn't... Yeah, it obviously didn't affect him as much as, you know, most people... It would affect most people. And I think Rick saw that, and he was like, why is my son not traumatized? And he was just like, maybe I should just... Like, he took all of it. I mean, he's just feeling so bad for it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much. I mean, he's had to kill Shane. He's had all the other people that he cared about or he was protecting or whatever that they've died throughout the show. And
you've got all these people relying on you. Like,
truthfully, in that scenario, like, everyone would be messed up because you're running for your life every day. You're seeing people you love die constantly left and right. I mean, you would all be just, hallucinating and whatnot, probably.
You threw that in there, and you throw in the fact that your little shithead son was like, maybe you should step down as leader or something. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, even your son's, like, not giving you any credit. I don't know. I mean, he obviously loved Lori. It was obvious, but you had the whole affair with Shane. You had to kill Shane. Like you said, it's just so much happening to him at once.
Yeah, but I mean, they drug that on forever.
Oh, yeah. I agree. That lasted pretty much the whole season.
We'll see if it comes back. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to see Rick where he's completely right in the head. I mean, I think there's probably going to be little things here and there. No,
I agree. I think the season's going to do a lot with, I don't know, maybe Rick. I think, do you ever see Rick dying?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the show, I know what you're saying, like, there's a lot of characters, and he's the main character, but yeah, if he was out of it, it would be pretty weird.
You don't think they'll Game of Thrones this shit and just start killing people?
No, I think it's a different kind of show.
They've built so much around him. Like, now he's got another kid. Like, I don't think they could kill him off.
Right.
With it, but I never read the comic books, so.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to The Walking Dead. I don't think there's anything, I mean, we said who I think is going to die, who, Tips and Keith said who were going to die. Well, we're going to have a new, I think, every Sunday night we're going to have a what did we just watch episode, and we're going to watch the Walking Dead series, and every Sunday we're going to put a video up discussing what we thought of the episode and review it.
Yep.
So hopefully maybe we'll get some special guests by Keith, which would be really cool, but either way, you'll definitely have me and Ken every Sundays. So check that out for sure.
I have to wait like 3 hours though if I can't get it early.
What's up?
Oh, you might have to wait 3 hours since you guys are ahead.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's in Seattle, unfortunately. So that wouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, for me, it would. I don't know. Maybe that's Sundays. Whatever. We'll see. It might be a Monday night thing. But either way, we'll definitely get that up for you guys, and you should definitely check that series out. Last thing on tonight's agenda is our top 5. Last week we did a top 10, just because it was just 3 of us. This week there's 4 of us, so we all did a top 5, and it just happens to be top 5 zombie movies of all time. Very interesting one. I feel like I'm going to be super cliche on this, and it's going to be kind of lame, but that's just my opinion for my list.
Yep. Yeah, I think we with the actors we took it kind of serious. We tried to really pick, who were the most talented. This one's more of just what's your 5 favorite zombie movies. So, if your list is cliche, that's okay.
I was kind of disappointed there's not a zombie movie yet with Keanu Reeves, because that would be number 1 on my list.
Like Bill and Ted Undead.
Exactly. That'd be a great sequel.
Yep, there you go. All right. Who wants to start it off?
Since Keith is a guest, it's only nice for him to go first.
Okay.
So go ahead and give us your number 5. We're going to do this, Keith, you give us your 5, and then we'll go to Lee, Ken, and then me, and then you'll go to 4, and then we'll just go in a circle over and over again until we get to number 1.
All right. I have an honorable mention too, maybe.
Go ahead.
Just go ahead and do your honorable mention and your number 5.
All right, honorable mention is Zombies. It's a great movie. Actually, it's super stupid, but it's awesome. It's from the zombies' point of view, so they're kind of like, why are people trying to kill us? It's pretty funny. But anyways, my number 5 is 28 Days Later.
Very nice.
Very good.
I kind of really want to watch this Zombies now.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's interesting. All right. For me, my number 5 is maybe low on some people's list than it should be, but Night of the Dead. That's just basically the George Romero original. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I do remember watching it and being, even though it was black and white, getting pretty scared a couple times. So, and it basically the kind of the, I guess, founding father of all the zombie shows and movies we have now. So you gotta have that there.
Very nice. All right, Leah, what you got?
Shaun of the Dead.
Very nice.
That's my number 5. I love that movie. So.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and you'll know why soon. My number 5 is the remake of Dawn of the Dead. So I really like that one when they're all stuck in the mall. Keith, back to you.
All right, so we're on to number 4. My 1 through 4 is Resident. No, I'm just kidding. My 4 is Resident Evil: The Extinction, the one when they're in the desert. I like that one. I don't know why.
That's the one when they go to Vegas and all that.
Yeah, that one.
Very nice. All right, Lee. Just go ahead, Lee.
Okay. Mine was Blocks. 5th one was 28 Days Later.
Okay. Very nice.
For me, my number 4, Shaun of the Dead. Hilarious. Love it.
Very nice. My number 4 is the same as Lee's, 28 Days Later. So, very generic for me. Sorry about that, ladies. Keith, back to you.
I'm going to have to go with your guys' number, well, not you and Lee's, but Ken's the Shaun of the Dead. I like that one.
Very nice. Lee?
I like Grindhouse or the Planet Terror zombie movie. It was it was really awesome, and it's a Tarantino, so that would be my number 3.
That's actually really good. Tips?
For me, the Dawn of the Dead remake, like you said, I love that one.
Very nice. My number 3 is Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead for me at number 3. Keith, back to you.
Zombieland. Definitely Zombieland.
Okay. Lee?
That was also my number 3. So you kind of stole my thunder. So.
That's funny. That's your number 4 or your number 2?
That's their number 2, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on 2, right?
Yep. And then for me, my number 2, 28 Days Later. I love that movie. Probably, it was a close call between my number 1 and 2. That movie's awesome.
Very nice. My number 2 is the Dawn of the Dead original. So, your turn, Keith.
All right. Since Dawn of the Dead is the one of the night, that is my number 1. I love that movie. All-time favorite. I don't know why.
The remake or the original?
The remake. Sorry. I love that one.
Cool. Very good movie. I think the remake was actually really, really good. I remember the reason why I like the original a little better is because I think that's like the only scary movie I remember as a kid ever watching. So, Lee,
it's number 1, right?
Yep.
Just for the record, I really like World War Z. I thought it was really done well, but my number 1 is Tips' number 5, Night of the Living Dead. It was the very first kind of I love black and white films where they didn't have to rely on special effects, and it's the first. I think this movie is the first like major African American role where they weren't like subdued to like kind of like the white people. So
right.
It was also really good. The lighting was phenomenal, and my number 1.
Ken, your number 1?
You guys already had this one, and maybe you think I'm crazy, but I just picked the movie that I like the most, and that's Zombieland. I freaking love that movie.
It's good.
That's what my number 1 is.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, but that movie is just money every way.
Dude.
So.
You throw in an awesome cameo by Bill Murray.
Yep.
The cast is amazing. It's probably the funniest fucking movie I've ever seen.
Cardio, rule number 1.
Rule number 1, cardio.
Yeah,
double tap, you know.
Yeah, the way that the style of it like that, where he has those cutaways and like the zombie kills of the week, and you know,
right.
just. I mean, it's not your traditional zombie movie, I guess, if you think about Dawn of the Dead and things like that. But if you want to talk about a movie, anytime it's on, and I watch it, if it's on TV, it's Zombieland. That movie's amazing.
It is amazing.
I can't wait for them to make a sequel. I've heard rumors that they were going to do it, so hopefully they will.
That would be awesome. This is the quotes from that movie are just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you hate coconut? I don't hate coconut. Not the taste, the consistency. I mean, shit like that is just, I don't know.
Yeah, it was already an amazing movie, like you said. The thing that puts it over the top for me is the Bill Murray cameo. I mean, just comedy. And then Emma Stone, like, laughing at him while he's dying. She's like, sorry, he just gets me.
They do, like, the 21 gun salute, you know?
Yeah.
And they roll over the back. Dude.
Do you have is there anything you regret? Probably Garfield.
Amazing. Yeah, it's such a good movie. I'm glad we all agree. I think we all had the same movies, except for maybe...
Give or take, like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm surprised I Am Legend wasn't mentioned.
Aren't they vampires, though?
Cool.
They're like, they're
because I was thinking that I Am Legend's a solid movie. That's one of my favorites, but I think they're vampires, to be completely honest. That's why they all come out during the day.
Okay, fair enough. I would have. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I Am Legend. I don't think anybody's going to have it, and I might throw it on there, but. I think it's some kind of role like that. There's some kind of other creature.
Yeah, I don't know what they really are, but they're maybe not your typical zombie or whatever. And like Lee said, I mean, World War Z was pretty awesome too. I briefly thought about putting it on here, but I left it off. Maybe when if they make another sequel and stuff, and the series is out there, it might make it on the list.
I still can't believe I didn't consider Planet Terror. So that was really good.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Anything else you want to throw in before we wrap this up?
Oh, good show.
Very good show. I want to thank Keith for hanging out with us, you know, taking some time out of his busy schedule. Hopefully we can get him back for next week. If not, you will be hearing more from Keith very soon. We all have us three. I mean, Lee and Tips have nothing better to do but hang out with me. So you'll be seeing us next week for sure. And thanks for hanging out for an hour and a half. And that's it.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Later.